Hey guys, I'm learning about adaptive adventures. I'm here with Chris, and what's your position here again?
So I'm the National Paddle Sports and Cycling Director.
This is just incredible, like walking around here, seeing all of these unique bikes, paddle boats. There's even rock climbing going on over there. What caught my attention was the electrification. I cover electric bikes, but we have all sorts of different bodies and needs out there, and you told me you prescribe pedals, not pills.
Absolutely.
I thought that was so amazing.
So everybody, when they meet the world of disability, they don't think they could do something because of pain or missing limbs, or they're in a wheelchair. How can I use my feet? So we help adapt the bikes to the people so they can access the road or the trail. We bring the mountain to them throughout 30 states, and including Puerto Rico and Hawaii, that can get on these bikes adapted to them so that they can just live a normal life.
What's the situation usually like? You hear from some guy, John, and he's like, I lost my foot, and he's starting there without a bike? Or do most of these people have the bike already?
A lot of these people have never biked. If they're born with disability or disabilities new to them, we help them right out of clinical surgery, and we might be their first contact in this new adaptive sports realm.
I see.
To where we'll get their foot activated with a custom pedal, or adapt their bike to electrify them if they have MS or Parkinson's, or they're missing above the knee. We can help them get anywhere.
And we talked about how you work kind of like with government or veterans and stuff, and so your funding is sort of outside of the end user in some cases. You're supported by...
Absolutely. We are free of charge to anybody with a physical disability. Youth, adults, or veterans. We're the largest contract services to the Veterans Administration throughout the country, to where we serve 38 veterans hospitals. And we then recommend the bikes that they then will be purchased for by the Veterans Administration.
There we go. So you already have some idea of like some good platforms, and you're almost prescribing that based on their needs.
Absolutely.
And you follow up with like a plan to help them rehabilitate?
Yeah, we find their physical therapeutic needs as well as recreation therapy, because it is good for our physicality, as we know, but the mental is the best of how do I need this to continue to choose continuing life and to thrive in it.
I see. So if I'm someone like John, you know, I'm like, my foot, like my life has changed, or it's just, you know, I'm getting older or something. Can they go to that adaptiveadventures.org? Is that a good starting point?
Adaptiveadventures.org. Go right to us. You can go through, figure out what we do, learn our story, and really see your story in. So if 1 in 4 people in the United States has a physical disability, so let's help them get there to find the outdoors of a way of building themselves and their community.
It's such a good stress relief. It's good mentally. Okay, so now for fun, can we do quick show and tell?
Yeah.
Let's point out some of these bikes and quickly tell me, like, this is what this bike would do.
Well, this is a bike. It's got full foot pedals, so maybe they have neuropathy or a lot of plantar fasciitis pain.
I see.
Or they might be missing a above the knee amputee. This is an e-assisted bike. And as they pedal, they can use their feet, and then we can custom to where the bike has different, if they may only have one arm or use of one arm because of stroke or other issues, to bikes that are made to be pedaled with their hands. It's a hand cycle for a paraplegic or quadriplegic.
I love that.
And then we have the mountain bike versions of those
Oh my
bikes.
gosh, that looks like there are these desks and chairs for people. Yeah, you're like kneeling
you
like
get on
this.
it and you just pedal.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
So, and you can electrify any of these bikes.
Okay.
But our goal is to get people comfortable, feel safe, and then access the world around them.
Perfect. Let's keep going, man. Just keep showing me. That's another knee one, it looks like.
Another kneeling.
And this has suspension. Look at that.
Full suspension.
Full suspension.
You could throw
off-road.
e-assist on this, and they can go up any incline, and they're just like everybody else.
It's fantastic.
This is a bike made for a child.
Oh,
and,
that's awesome.
It's got converted, so this person was below the knee amputee, and they could rest their limb on this, their other foot in here, and again, continue pedaling with their hands only.
Yes. And you can stagger those, so it can be like...
You can do a one-off style, yes.
That's cool.
And then you have the foot-pedaled recumbent. That will... it's just a regular...
I'll just trade you places.
Regular bike.
Oh, okay.
It's got suspension.
Love that.
So this will take you on gravel and light mountain bike, but also be on the road. Then we've got bikes that can be pedaled with your hands or feet, so that you can, somebody with MS, they may have the ability that they've lost in walking, but they can still use their legs. So we let them do that, and then it's supplemented by just being able to control with their hands, which let their feet move as well.
I like that, you know, being able to trade back and forth.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, or at least a couple, I feel like I saw a throttle. So if you're tiring out,
Get in
you can
trouble, or you just need a boost to catch up with your friends
maybe
or
a
family.
hill. Yeah,
Throttle is not to be a motorcycle, it's to be able to keep up with your friends and family.
totally. It's
So,
very empowering in
yes.
that way. And this, I mean, this is interesting.
This is a wheelchair, so a person that's a paraplegic can hike.
Cool.
So it gives them leverage and the
Look at
ability
that.
to move. So now I can go hiking with my friends and family,
Oh man.
just my arms, and I can do everything that I would typically do in the regular world with everybody else.
That is awesome. And it's this totally caught my attention early. I got to ask about this.
Well, if somebody's new, they're an amputee.
It's like a balance bike, isn't
It
it?
is a balance.
You're like
so somebody
walking.
with cerebral palsy that can't walk,
Yeah.
they can now run.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm safe, I'm mobile. Or somebody with MS, they've never been out of their wheelchair since their diagnosis.
Wow.
They can walk with their family, they can walk their dog. They're just everybody else now.
This is so cool. Was there some rock climbing thing too? Is that like a little
So
chair?
you don't need legs to climb a wall. So we have all the adaptations,
Let's go
how to
check
get
that
up a wall. So there's different ways. This is a seat made for somebody with para or quadriplegia. And this allows them to ascend a rope. It clips on, and then they get secured safely with a harness.
Oh, yeah.
And now they can climb up the wall.
I've used those before. That is, what a great implementation here with like the handles and the...
And we have
seat.
custom things for people that are missing limbs. So we have special feet that clip on so that they can now clip on and catch to the climbing wall itself.
Show me the boat thing. I got to see that before we go. And if there's any other really cool things on the way, I don't want to miss any of this. This is inspiring, and it might empower someone who didn't know there was an option.
This is we travel with engineers and product designers. So the goal is, how do we make normal equipment accessible for all?
Okay.
So our designer, Creating Ability, has created a full system so people can get from their wheelchair safely into a kayak and then launch off. Special adaptations. Somebody may not be able to, they may be a stroke survivor.
Yeah.
They can help hold on to their paddle
I
with
love
one
that.
side.
Look, and it keeps it. I want one of those. That's awesome.
A person that's a para or quadriplegic, they can get in, be supported in their kayak, safety. They can fall out if they were to ever flip, but all the equipment's modified. And then a dragon boat. We have paddles that have just been designed today for a one-arm paddler.
Wow.
So I can paddle with just one arm to adaptive seats. So somebody with paraplegia can be part of a dragon boat community.
This is fantastic, man.
And we have the world's first mobile cycling lab.
Can we peek in there real quick? This is just
bikes
phenomenal.
are for Paralympic racing for a paraplegic, but inside our lab, some have trailers that transport bikes. We have experience and knowledge. So we are actively printing a 3D adaptation. So that,
Is this
again,
it right here?
There's what's being made. It's for the one-arm paddle.
When you mentioned that you just made that, I'm starting to get it. It's like you meet the person where they're at.
We're
and
not going to turn anybody away. If
That's
they have
awesome.
the desire, we will figure out how to make their body work like it was intended. And then we teach them the mindset and the skills to then accommodate that safely. And then, again, in a community. First thing that people do is, with disability, they push the world away. We bring them in.
This is awesome, man. Thank you so much.